The stress around family side of things, that does overwhelm me quite a bit. But in terms of, doing the job and things like that, I don't feel too overwhelmed by that. Not now anyway.
Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it truly means so much to me. During a live TV appearance watched across the UK, Prince William made a comment about Meghan Markle that instantly froze the room. It was short, calm, and carefully chosen, but the impact was massive. Within minutes, social media went wild. Headlines flipped. Royal watchers sat there stunned. This wasn't gossip and it wasn't a leak. It came straight from him on air, no warning. People kept asking, what did he really mean? This moment didn't just happen out of nowhere. It had been building for years. Tension inside the family, non-stop public drama, and quiet pressure behind palace walls had finally reached a breaking point. When William sat down with Canadian actor Eugene Levy for The Reluctant Traveler in late 2025, most viewers expected the usual safe, polished royal chat. Instead, they got something way more real. The interview took place at Windsor Castle, styled like a cozy English pub. It looked relaxed, almost playful, like two guys sharing a drink. But the mood shifted fast. William described 2024 as the hardest year of my life and called it brutal because of the cancer battles faced by his wife, Catherine, and his father, King Charles. Hearing him speak that openly hit different. He's known for keeping it tight, staying composed, never letting emotions spill out on camera. That honesty alone shocked people, but there was more under the surface. Royal experts quickly pointed out that William wasn't only talking about illness, he was laying down a message about duty, loyalty, and how he sees family. Without saying names, he made the contrast clear. He spoke about raising Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis with security and openness, making sure they're protected from the kind of media storm he and Harry grew up in. On the surface, it sounded like a father being thoughtful, but commentators across British media saw it as a subtle shot. By stressing protection and balance, William was drawing a line in the sand between his approach and the California lifestyle built around interviews, streaming deals, and constant exposure. The calm tone made it even louder. He didn't rant, he didn't attack, he just spoke carefully. And that's what made the message land so hard. The timing of that interview made everything louder. It dropped just weeks after reports claimed King Charles was thinking about a Christmas reconciliation with Harry and Meghan. The king, known for his softer touch and family drama, reportedly saw the holidays as a chance to heal old wounds and bring everyone back together. Palace insiders said Charles felt enough time had passed since the chaos around Harry's memoir Spare. Facing his own health struggles, he was said to be thinking about forgiveness, legacy, and not letting family feuds drag on forever. From his point of view, unity mattered more than pride. But William, he wasn't on that page at all. In December 2025, multiple reports claimed that when King Charles floated the idea of inviting Harry and Meghan back to the UK for a Christmas peace deal, William shut it down fast. Sources said he made it crystal clear he did not support Meghan returning to royal life. It wasn't emotional yelling, it was firm, calculated, and direct. According to insiders, William argued that bringing her back would send the wrong signal to the public. He reportedly believes the monarchy has spent years trying to steady itself after the Sussex exit in 2020, and reopening that chapter could shake things again. For him, protecting the crown comes first, family harmony second. This marked a big shift behind palace doors. For years, the strategy had been never complain, never explain. Stay silent, don't react, let the storm pass. But these reports suggested the tension had gone way deeper than anyone knew. William wasn't interested in waiting things out anymore. Observers say this whole situation exposed a generational divide. King Charles, shaped by his own past struggles, leans toward reconciliation. William, thinking long-term about the monarchy's future, appears more focused on stability and boundaries. Two different approaches, one royal family, and a divide that suddenly feels impossible to ignore. King Charles understands what it feels like to be judged by the institution and dragged by the public. That's why many say he has more sympathy for Harry's complaints and is more open to forgiveness. On top of that, he's a father, and a father wants his sons to fix things before time runs out. William sees it very differently. As heir to the throne, he carries the weight of the monarchy's future on his shoulders. He watched Princess Diana suffer under brutal media pressure and saw how family drama can shake the whole system. Those memories shaped him. In his view, survival depends on dignity, discipline, and clear boundaries about what royal life demands. From where he stands, Harry and Meghan crossed those lines more than once, and letting them walk back in, like nothing happened, would send the message that there are no consequences. For William, that's not just a family issue. That's institutional risk. But here's where things really escalated. In early 2025, Prince William made another move that had people in both the UK and California talking. On April 17, 2025, the Earthshot Prize announced that Jason Nauf would become the new CEO of the Environmental Initiative. On paper, it looked like a standard executive hire. In reality, it hit like a statement. Nauf is the former palace aide who filed a bullying complaint against Meghan Markle back in 2018. He worked as communications secretary for both William and Harry's households, meaning he saw tensions up close. His complaint claimed Meghan's behavior led to staff distress and resignations. At the time, her legal team strongly denied the allegations, calling them part of a smear effort before the Oprah interview aired. The palace later conducted a private review, but the findings were never made public, which only kept the debate alive. Nauf became a polarizing figure. Supporters of Meghan saw him as disloyal. Critics viewed him as someone who spoke up. So when William appointed him to lead one of his most high-profile projects, observers saw more than a business choice. They saw alignment. The message felt loud without anyone raising their voice. To some, it signaled that loyalty and internal accountability matter in William's circle. Others saw it as a clear break from the Sussex era. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams even told Fox News that the decision would likely frustrate Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, the Earthshot Prize had already announced that former CEO Hannah Jones would step down in summer 2025, making room for new leadership. Calculated, strategic, and impossible to ignore. After 4 years of service, Jason Nauf stepped into the Earthshot Prize leadership role and worked through a transition to keep everything steady. In the official statement, Prince William praised outgoing CEO Hannah Jones for turning the prize into a world-class force with a powerful team behind it. He said he looked forward to working with Jason to guide the next 5 years and beyond. On the surface, it sounded polished and routine. Underneath, it felt strategic. The timing made it even louder. The appointment landed just as Meghan was trying to reset her image and roll out her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. She had been positioning herself as an entrepreneur, stepping away from royal headlines and leaning into business and branding. But suddenly, the man tied to past bullying allegations was elevated to lead the future king's biggest environmental project. That spotlight swung right back to old controversies at the worst possible moment. For someone building a brand around warmth and authenticity, the optics were rough. The contrast was sharp and people noticed. Across the UK, reactions split fast. A large group praised William's decision, calling it firm leadership. They saw it as him backing palace staff and showing he won't be pressured by outside noise. Social media lit up with comments saying this was overdue accountability and proof that loyalty matters inside the institution. Others, though, weren't impressed. Critics argued the move felt pointed and unnecessary. They said a future king should rise above personal history and focus only on unity and progress. Some questioned whether such a visible choice deepened the family divide instead of cooling it down. In their view, it signaled that reconciliation was slipping further away. What became clear is that the Sussex split still hits a nerve. This appointment didn't just fill a corporate role, it reshaped the atmosphere. With Nauf now holding a powerful position inside William's team, the idea of Harry and Meghan returning to working royal roles looks nearly impossible. Even if attitudes change down the line, the working dynamic would be tense from day one. The optics alone would be explosive. Many described it as a bridge burned for good, a line drawn, no confusion about where allegiances stand. And the Earthshot Prize itself isn't small potatoes. It represents William's long-term vision as future king. The project focuses on bold environmental solutions, aiming to repair the planet by 2030. William has compared it to his generation's moonshot, and he's invested serious time, influence, and energy into making it succeed. By placing Jason at the top, he showed trust, loyalty, and a clear signal about the kind of leadership style he plans to bring forward. Quiet on the surface, decisive underneath. William wasn't just picking someone qualified, he was choosing someone he believes can help shape his legacy. This wasn't a random hire. It showed that Jason Nauf isn't only seen as capable, but as someone trusted to play a key role in defining what William's future reign will look like. Royal commentator Hilary Fordwich explained to Fox News Digital why the announcement carried serious weight.
The royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, will officially step down as senior members on March.
She said it highlighted Nauf's steady support of the royal household during the bullying controversy. According to her, the move reinforced the credibility of those reports and dealt a blow to Meghan Markle's standing. That's not a small statement. Fordwich also noted that trust issues inside royal circles aren't new, but for William this runs deeper. From his perspective, the strain isn't just institutional, it's personal. She explained that Nauf remains part of William's tight inner circle because he showed discretion during high-pressure moments. Over time, that bond reportedly strengthened through shared challenges and mutual respect built under scrutiny. Inside palace walls, the appointment reportedly sent a strong message about priorities. Staff members who value professionalism and loyalty to the institution felt reassured. Some insiders claimed morale improved, especially among those who once felt hesitant about raising workplace concerns. The signal seemed clear. Standing by professional standards won't cost you your career. It might even strengthen it. The decision also clarified expectations. It set the tone for how William intends to lead as he moves closer to the throne. Structured, firm. focused. In February 2025, just months before the public announcement, Knopf gave a rare interview on 60 Minutes Australia. This came shortly before Meghan's Netflix series With Love, Meghan premiered in March. When asked about the attention surrounding the bullying claims, he described the experience as tough, but probably quite good. He said if your job is helping others manage public pressure, you have to be ready to face it yourself. He added that no role lets you choose only the pleasant parts, and that applies just as much to senior royals as to staff. His calm tone stood out. No drama, no defensiveness, just steady answers. Media coverage quickly spread beyond the UK. American outlets framed the appointment as part of the larger distance between William and the Sussexes. Reports suggested the move signaled that past accusations hadn't simply faded away. Observers interpreted it as William drawing a boundary about behavior he considers unacceptable. International commentary described it as a firm line in the sand. Sources told Fox News that William appears less concerned about how Harry and Meghan view his decisions. At this stage, protecting the monarchy and reinforcing loyalty seem to outweigh keeping family peace. That marks a noticeable shift. In earlier years, the palace appeared cautious about choices that might spark public responses. Now, William seems more focused on shaping the future of the institution than trying to balance every reaction. Quiet moves, clear signals, and a leadership style that's becoming harder to miss. William is signaling how he plans to lead, and this move showed confidence, not compromise. It made clear he's no longer trying to smooth tensions that may already be beyond repair. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam said that from the Sussex perspective, Jason Knopf now holds what he described as pariah status. He added that the appointment shows William isn't worried about how his brother feels, and that Meghan's opinion carries even less weight in this equation. Many observers agree. After years of strained talks and failed reconciliation efforts, positions on both sides appear firmer than ever. The Knopf appointment wasn't just about filling a role, it was about direction. It suggests William's monarchy will prioritize institutional loyalty and professional conduct over personal comfort or public softness. The move also sparked bigger questions. If he was willing to send such a strong signal here, what comes next? Some analysts believe this could be the first of several decisions designed to define his leadership style early. Others argue he's shaping a modern monarchy, where discretion and performance matter more than family ties alone. In many ways, this moment reveals how William views his responsibility. He isn't acting only as a brother navigating tension. He's thinking like a future king guarding long-term stability. That mindset reportedly means placing institutional strength above short-term harmony. It's a colder calculation, but one he appears prepared to make. And then came the financial angle. In late December 2025, reports surfaced claiming William, in his expanding oversight role, had drawn a firm line regarding royal finances. With King Charles continuing to recover from health challenges, insiders suggested William made it clear that no royal funds would support the Sussex lifestyle in California. This wasn't framed as a punishment. It was described as a financial boundary. The timing raised eyebrows. Prince Harry turned 40 in September 2024 and inherited an estimated £8 million from a trust established by his great-grandmother. That came on top of the roughly £10 million he previously received from Princess Diana. Historically, Harry was left a larger share to balance the fact that William would one day control the Duchy of Cornwall, the billion-pound estate that now funds William's household exclusively. Reports claim William believes Harry should operate independently if he has stepped away from royal duties. Palace sources say there are also concerns about the commercial use of royal titles, particularly during a time when many UK families are facing economic pressure. Optics matter, especially during a cost of living crisis. Supporters see this financial separation as clarity. Critics view it as finality. Either way, it reinforces the idea that William is drawing clean lines about responsibility, funding, and the future structure of the monarchy. This isn't just sibling tension anymore. It's structural. And with Meghan preparing to expand commercial ventures, the divide feels less emotional and more strategic. Boundaries set, signals sent, and a royal family that looks more divided than ever. Her lifestyle brand first launched as American Riviera Orchard in March 2024, with big hype on social media. The rollout looked glossy, confident, and ready to dominate. But behind the scenes, problems stacked up fast. The US Patent and Trademark Office reportedly rejected the trademark application multiple times, arguing the name was too descriptive and too tied to geography. That forced Meghan's team back to square one. By late 2025, the brand had been reintroduced under a new name, as ever. Rebranding isn't cheap. Industry analysts estimated the shift cost hundreds of thousands of dollars once you factor in legal work, fresh packaging, updated marketing, and lost momentum. That's a heavy reset for a brand that hadn't even fully taken off yet. The venture is expected to include a Netflix cooking show and a home goods line covering kitchenware and lifestyle products. But even with the relaunch, questions linger. Can it overcome such a rocky start? That uncertainty matters, especially in a competitive market. Reports suggest William views these business efforts through a different lens. From his perspective, there's a contradiction in stepping away from royal duties while continuing to use royal titles in commercial spaces. To him, that line shouldn't blur. If someone chooses financial independence, then royal financial backing shouldn't follow. That's the principle he's believed to stand on. Much of the reported frustration centers on money and optics. Palace sources claim William doesn't see why royal resources should support private ventures, particularly expensive ones with uncertain outcomes. The early setbacks of American Riviera Orchard highlighted how costly branding experiments can become. That pattern reportedly raised concerns. There's also talk that William is thinking long-term. Insiders suggest he wants clear financial boundaries in place now to avoid complications later. Whether it's about inheritance structures or asset protections, the theme is the same. Ring-fence royal funds. Keep institutional money separate from private enterprise. Draw the line clearly and early. The mood between the brothers has reportedly shifted from emotional to structural. No public birthday wishes, no visible joint appearances, no shared financial channels. According to insiders, William now views the Sussex brand as operating fully in the commercial arena. That's not personal drama, that's business positioning. Debate has also intensified around inheritance discussions. Harry received funds from a trust set up for him, recognizing that he wouldn't inherit the Duchy of Cornwall like William. Legally, those funds were his. But critics argue about optics when royal-linked figures monetize media deals while still holding titles. Supporters counter that financial independence was always part of the transition agreement. According to reports cited by outlets including IB Times UK in December 2025, William believes loyalty and duty must carry weight in financial decisions. While he cannot block legally owed inheritances, he is said to be firm about preventing future royal funds from supporting California-based ventures. This financial stance is what many see as the real turning point. Once money is separated and legal structures are tightened, reconciliation becomes more complicated. Financial barriers are harder to undo than emotional ones. There are also reports that William has explored the legal framework surrounding titles and their commercial use. He cannot personally strip titles, but discussions around guidelines and boundaries have reportedly taken place. Traditionally, royal titles weren't meant for branding. That gray area continues to spark debate. The message from London appears straightforward. Financial independence means financial independence. Access to the royal treasury isn't automatic, and it isn't permanent. William reportedly believes that if limits aren't defined now, they never will be. For those who once hoped time would quietly mend the rift, this feels like a decisive chapter. The split no longer looks temporary. It looks structured. So what do you think? Is William right to enforce a strict financial boundary, or does it go too far? And should royal titles remain in commercial play? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into royal power moves and behind-the-scenes strategy. Don't miss the next video waiting on your screen.